Now we will read for the cholera epidemic. Once cholera was raging virulently in Shirdi. The residents were much frightened and they stopped all communication with the outside people. The panchas of the village assembled together to decide upon two ordinances as a remedy to check and put down the epidemic. They were: number 1, no fuel cart should be allowed to come in, and number 2, no goat should be killed there. If anybody disobeyed these two ordinances, they were to be fined by the village authorities. Baba knew that all this were mere superstition, and therefore he cared twopence for the cholera ordinances. While the ordinances were in force, a fuel cart came there and wanted to enter village. Everybody knew that there was dearth of fuel in the village. Still, people began to drive away the cart carrier. Baba came to know this. He reached to the spot and asked the cartman to take fuel and cart to the masjid. None dared to raise his voice against Baba. He wanted fuel for his dhoni, and so he purchased it. Like an Agnihotri, keep this sacred fire alive throughout his life. Baba kept his dhuni ever burning all day and night. For this, he always stocked fuel. Baba's home, that's the masjid, was free and open to all. It had no lock and key, and some poor people removed some wood from there to use there. Baba did not grumble, but he saw the whole universe was pervaded by the Almighty. And so he saw that the whole universe were look, bore enmity, though perfectly detached. He behaved like an ordinary householder to set an example to the people. Now we will read the ordeal of Guru Bhakti. Cholera ordinance fared with Baba while it was in force. Somebody brought a goat to the masjid. It was weak, old, and about to die. At this time, Fakir Pir Muhammad Sahab of Malegaon, alias Baba Bade, was near Sai Baba and asked him to behave it with one stroke and offer an oblation. This Bade Baba was much respected by Sai Ji. He always sat on the right hand of Sai Baba. After the chillum or the smoking pipe was first smoked by him, it was then offered to Baba and others. After the dishes were served at the time, taking meals at noon, Baba respectfully called Bade Baba and made him sit on his left side. And then of food, Baba paid him a daily ₹50 out of the amount collected at Dakshina. Baba accompanied with him 100 places wherever he used to go. Now and then, such was his position with Baba. But when Baba asked him to behead the goat, he flatly refused, saying why it should be killing for nothing. Then Baba asked Shama to kill it. He went to Radha Krishna Mai and brought a knife from her and placed it before Baba. Knowing the purpose for which the knife was taken, she recalled it. Then Shama went to bring another knife, but stayed in the Vada and did not return soon. Then came the turn of Kaka Sahib Ji. He was good gold, no doubt, but had to be tested. Baba asked him to get a knife and kill the goat. He went to Sateswada and returned with a knife. He was ready to kill it at Baba's bidding. But he was born in pure Brahmin family and never in his life knew killing, though quite averse to do act of violence. He made himself bold to kill this goat. All the people wondered to see that Bade Baba, a Mohammedan, was unwilling to kill it, while this pure Brahmin was making preparation to do so. He tightened his dhotar, that is a traditional attire of a man, with a semicircular motion raised in his hand with the knife, and looked at Baba for the final signal. Baba said, "What are you thinking of? Go on, strike now." Then when the hand was just about to come down, Baba said, "Stop. How cruel you are. Being a Brahmin, you are killing a goat." Kaka Sahib obeyed and kept the knife down and said, "Baba, your nectar-like word is a law upon us. We do not know any other ordinance. We remember you always. Mediate on your form and obey what you say and do day and night. We do not know whether it's right or wrong for any reason to further discuss, but implicit and prompt compliance with Guru's order or my duty." Then Baba said, "O Kaka Sahib," that he would himself offering and killing business. It was settled that goat should be disposed of a near place called Takya, where fakirs used to sit. Then, when the goat was being removed to that place, he fell dead on the way. Hemapanta closes the chapter with a classification of disciples. He says there were three kinds: first or best, number two, second or middling, and number three is ordinary. The best kind of disciples are those who guess what their gurus want and immediately carry it out and serve them without waiting for any further. The average disciples are those who carry out the orders of their masters to a letter without any delay. And the third kind are those who are postponing the carrying out of the duties and the orders. The disciples should have firm faith backed up by the intelligence, and if they had any patience to pursue their spiritual goal. When the disciples get the above mentioned qualities, they become ready for the further instructions, and master to appear and lead them on in the path of spirituality. Bow to Shri Sai, peace to be all. So friends, thank you for listening. This is the end of chapter 23. Now please continue to listen chapter 24.